name's Renee, and this is my cash stuffing journey. If you're new here, thank you so much for taking a chance and clicking on my video. I hope you decide to like, subscribe, and stick around for a while. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your ongoing support. So today I have finally completed my new binder system, and I'm happy with it. I might need to make a few changes just on how it goes as I use it. And yes, once again, I am sick. I don't know what happened, but we caught something, and like the aches and pains, the headaches, it was just unbearable. And now it's like a common cold symptom, so I don't know what's going on. I think we need to like air the house out and clean everything out and like strip beds and clean carpets and everything, because there's got to be something in the house that's affecting our immunity so that we get everything. I still apologize, the filming angle is still a bit off. I need to move the bracket for I have my phone on like an arm, and it's just not in a good spot right now. But until I get my desk set up and everything, which I'm still working on, it's just not quite right. I don't really know what, see, it's got shadows and everything, so yeah. But I thought I would introduce my new binders. I mean, not much has changed really, to be honest. And then I thought I have savings challenge money to reallocate, so I thought that would be a nice way to start my new budgeting system. So I have these, and I am going to put these up on my Etsy. I know I've had people ask about them. Excuse me. And I'm so sorry, but it takes a lot to upload stuff to Etsy, especially if you've got a lot of photos and a lot of details. And I have not had the time. But here they are. So I'm actually using, I don't know if you can see that very well. Oh, this angle is so bad. So that's just a quick snapshot. So what I am using is I am using the A6 zippered binders that I have in my accessory starter kit that I'm going to post on Etsy. I'm hoping to actually do it using these, so I should be able to get some nice photos and stuff like that. But yeah, so this one is my high priority binder. Each one has a label down the side because I did like the purple and the blue the most. So we've got high priority and low priority as purple, and then we've got the family, which I've split into two. I've got the adults and the kids, they are blue. So high priority binder, in all honesty, this is kind of the only thing that has changed. All the envelopes of this are the same. I have literally just transitioned them into the new binder. I did create some new minimalist prop notes. So I have been cash stuffing this as I go. This is the only envelope I've been doing, but there's currently $6,100 in our home deposit. And I transfer that money directly. Everything else in here is empty. I have cleaned off all of my trackers and starting fresh. So that was the high priority one. This is the low priority. So yeah, everything is still the same. But they look so fancy. Okay, so the kids, so the family, and this is the kids one. So it was just getting too thick, that one, and there was hardly anything in it. So this is William and Evelyn's, all the same categories, all the same envelopes. So if you're new here, you'll get more details on all of this as I cash stuff it. So the family, it's got the adults. So that is myself and Les, all of our same envelopes. So that is pretty much it. Like I said, not much has changed. I really like these binders so much better. And I was already ordering them from the store anyway, so I just put in a few extra for myself. Now, the second part of this video. Let's go into the savings challenge binder, and at the back I have an envelope where I've just been putting the finished challenges. Now some of them have specific purposes, like that one, so that's for car rego, and then some of them I don't really know what I'm going to do with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split them all out. I'm going to cash stuff the specific ones first, because then I know what to do with everything else. Okay, so I'm going to leave that in there because as I finish them, I'm going to bulk do them like this. Okay, so let me get my tray. Okay, so that one, does that one have a purpose? Yes, that's me for self-care. So this is Father's Day. That one doesn't have a plan. That one doesn't have a plan. Yep, this one was school and dance. So this will be split between the two kids. Birthdays will be split. And then this is another school and dance one, so I might put that in the same one as that. Low priority doesn't have a set, and then this one. Okay, so let me get rid of these. Okay, so car registration is a high priority one. Now, my high priority binder, this is all things that I use on an ongoing basis, or some of our priority goals. So we've got home deposit, emergency, my daughter Evelyn, my son William, can we? This is like whenever we're out and about and the kids like, can we get an ice cream? Can we go to the park? Can we can we get a treat and go to sit at the duck park? Or can we buy a bag of peas for the ducks? Or if we're in like Kmart and they see like a $5 toy or a sensory toy or something, it's those kind of things. Or getting a frozen drink from McDonald's or anything like that. Health, if you're new here, I do have some pretty complex health conditions which are being investigated. It is so very expensive, so I kind of save for that as I can. I've just been paying as I go at the moment, but that's not working, so I really need to make that a priority. Household, so things like the lawns, if anything needs repairing. We are renting, but we are saving up to buy our own home, so when when we have actually purchased our home, this home deposit will probably turn into a renovation envelope. We're currently looking at renovating, purchasing our current rental we're working with the landlord. Car is anything like maintenance related, rego and insurance, that's pretty explanatory. And weekend away, because we're saving for a home, we haven't really been able to go anywhere, and with the cost of living the way it is, it's just too hard. So that's kind of fallen on the wayside, and I tell you, we feel it. We really do. It makes it so much harder. I didn't realize the positive impact weekends away and going on family trips had on our life until we didn't have them. So I'm very much looking forward to saving for that. I have just started a new job, so I can't go on leave for 12 months, which sucks because I haven't been on leave for 7 months in my previous job because I was just about ready to go on leave in July, and then I left, so I didn't get that leave. So and I couldn't afford to take the leave in between jobs. So yeah, it sucked. It really, really did. But that gives us like 12 months to save for a holiday, and I'm thinking we might just go away for a whole week and make it really worth our while. So that is our high priorities at the moment. So let's go into car registration. This is for, I get a vehicle through my work. So that pays for the registration, insurance, and maintenance, and a fuel card. Now, this registration is for my husband's car. So we've got 20, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100. Now, I am cash stuffing this week, and I've got $50 notes. So what I might do is I might make this a small, I do need to keep one because I do need to cash stuff that. Okay, so let's transfer this to 100. Put that in here. And then we'll put this here. So this is kind of going to be a new budget system. I'll pull the birthday out and I'll move everything up. A new budget system, reallocating funds, bill exchange. So I'm very busy today. Okay, the next one is birthday. Is there anything else that goes in a high priority? No, so that's the only high priority envelope for right now. That might change when we undo those other ones. So now let's go into low priority. Now, these are things that I want to save for. I want to be prepared for. I have a goal, but they're not really super, super important. Like, if I only had enough money to cash stuff one binder, this wouldn't be the one I pick. Okay, so we've got self-care. I am in a very high stress, high demand, very cognitive function job. It can be extremely hard. It can be wonderful, but it can be very hard. And self-care is so important. Also, my mental health often goes down the toilet. I generally have very little warning. It can go really, really bad really, really quickly. So self-care is really, really important. And I do like to have money in there. Entertainment, kids' future. Now, they do have their own separate binders. It's got fun money, savings, education, a home, and something else in it. And every time this envelope gets to $100, I pull the money out. I divide the money into their binders. In their high priority envelope, if their envelope reaches $500, I pull that money out. I put in put the placeholder, put the money in their bank and their placeholder in their individual binder. So you'll see me do that eventually, but yeah. So pets, we have 3 cats and a dog, and it's never ending with them. Christmas. This is not our Christmas budget for the family gifts. So we only buy for the immediate family. So my husband, myself, and the 2 kids. We don't really buy gifts for anyone else, although I do get gift cards for the teachers. My son does attend a special needs school, and the demands on them is very high. So I like to buy them gift cards so they can buy whatever they want, wherever they want. So the gifts is like for that. So we'll have to add on money for Evelyn's preschool. Food and decor. That's what this envelope's going to be about. So our vacation, it's just like a longer, usually we split it between a weekend away and a long-term vacation. We've never been on a long-term vacation, but I think this time we will. Money for my parents. Both of my parents are on Centrelink payments, and it's becoming extremely hard for them at the moment. So I'd like to have money to help them when I can. Subscriptions. I have a lot of subscriptions, both for work, for just Roll It in Glitter, and just family subscriptions. So I would like to eventually, like, just get one annual subscription when it's saved up. So, like, once I've got $160, I can do an annual subscription of Disney, and things like that. So, a new car. Now, when I left my old job, I was devastated that I had to hand back the car I had through them. She was my first brand new car. She was absolutely beautiful. She was a Mazda CX-5 in this beautiful deep blue that just, in the sunlight, she glistened like red and purple and teal. Oh, she was magnificent. But she became a part of the family and she gave us a lot of freedom. But unfortunately, when I left, I had to hand her back in and I was allocated a new car in my new job. And I am extremely grateful, but she's not the Mazda. So I am determined to buy myself a Mazda CX-5 so that no one can take her. So that's what this envelope is going to be. That is going to be a very long-term goal, but it's a goal nonetheless. And as long as you're willing to work for it, yeah, so I would like to eventually get ahead. So my aim is that when we buy our home, I'm going to develop a head binder, and it's going to be things like mortgage, utilities, phone and internet, water rates, taxes, all things like that. So it'll start in here, and then once I reach the goal of this one, it'll transfer into the other one. But that's another long-term goal at the moment. Just getting the deposit is taking everything we have right now. And decor and reno, if we do purchase this home, we are going to do massive renovations. So we need to start saving for that as quickly as possible. Okay, does anyone go in this one? Yes, so self-care is going in this one. So that one's got $100 now. I think that was the only one. Yep. Okay. So that's the only one for now. When I finish these ones, more will go in those binders. So the kids. Now these two binders, they kind of work in conjunction. So I've split it up to a few envelopes for each person. So we've got dance for Evelyn. She always needs new shoes or whatever. Her preschool. So her preschool fees are covered by the government incentive scheme or something. But this will be for like excursions, new clothes, anything she needs. Birthday, Easter, and Christmas. So with William, his is fun because he doesn't do extracurriculars, but if that changes, then that'll be that. School, birthday, Easter, and Christmas. So we have a birthday one, and that is 20, 40, 60, 80, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40. Alright, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this 10, 20, 30, 40. Let me see. So I'm going to put, so this was birthday money, right? So our next birthday is mine and Les. Mine's on the 14th of July, Les's is on the 18th. We probably won't do much this year just because we're saving everything for the house. So I'm going to put $40 into Evelyn's birthday, and then $40 into William's. Okay, and then for this $40, I'm going to split that in between me and Les. So I'll just put that aside for now because I have more that needs to go in this binder. And then we've got, so we've got $25 for this one, and then I think it was $25 for this one. So that means there should be $100 here, I think. 20, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 105. I don't know where the extra $5 came from. So what I might do is I might put 250s, and then I'll change that in that birthday envelope to put in 220s. Okay, so dance and school. So we've got $50 in dance, and then $50 in Williams School. I think, is that the only one that goes in there? Yep. Alright, so the next one is going to all be in the adult one. So with the adults, this is just me and Les. So I have got spending money, I've got beauty. I do my own nails, part of my self-care, so that will fall into that. I've got birthday, Easter, Christmas, and Mother's Day. And then Les has got spending, technology, birthday, Easter, Christmas, and Father's Day. So with this birthday money, I'll swap these out for 2 20s. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40, 20, 40. So what was that one? Birthday. Alright, so 20 spending, for birthday, and another one for another 20 for birthday for Les. Okay, and then I might as well just leave it for Les because this is for Father's Day. So when I do Mother's and Father's Day, I generally the bulk of it goes for Mother's or Father's Day, and then the other part of it goes in the other one. So I'm going to put $100 into Father's Day, because it's for Les, and then I'll put $20 into Mother's Day, just so that we can start saving for that for next year. But I'll pick out another Father's Day savings challenge. I think that's it for now. Okay, so now that we've done that part, we've got low priority and high priority. So we'll do high priority first. Okay, so how much have we got here? We've got 120, 35, 135. Pull out the high priority binder. What can we do with that? Well, the first thing we can do is, with the car and registration, we can pull out those 250s again, put in the 100. Now, I put all of the deposit money into the bank, so I'm not going to stuff that one. So I might put in, so I might put 50 into emergency, and then I'll put 20 into Evelyn, I'll just swap that out real quick. I'm going to put 20 into William. Alright, and then how about I'll put 10 in Canwy, 10 in health, and then 5 into household, 5 into car, and then 5 into weekend away. How about that? There you go. Alright, so what have we got left? Now we've got two low priority ones. So we've got $100 in that one. And then should have $100 in this one. 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100. So low priority. We'll go back into this one. So we won't put any in self-care because that's reached 100. So how many of these have we got? So we've still got $150 we need to swap out. I don't think we have anything in there, right? I might have to do a quick bill exchange in the... Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to just put this first side right now. I'm going to have to pull out the... See, I don't know if any of them are that high yet. Because I just kind of finished the ones that were all nearly done. What about this one? 10, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 85, 90. You know what I might do? I might just take the hit on that one. You know what? Oh no, I'll leave that the 50. Put the 50s down in that one. And take out this 100. And then what else? So maybe one of these, maybe this front one will have a 50 in it. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75. So 50, 75. Oh no, that should have gone down there, shouldn't it? Now I'm very confused. Oh, what have I done? So we should have had 200 here. 1, 10, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 200. I don't know if that's right, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, we should have 200 here, I think. Because that's how much money was in the challenges. So this, there should be 300. So 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100. Oh no, there should be 290 because I cashed off that extra $10. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100. So now, how do I have $5? Oh, guys, I swear to God. I'm killing myself right now. Okay, so we've got 50. Okay. So self-care's got 100. So I'm going to put 50 in entertainment because I'll do this a rollover. So I'll start cash stuffing this one. When it gets to 100 again, I'll go on to the next one. So actually, no, let's put this one at the back. No, because this one should be an ongoing one. I don't know what I'm doing. So let's just do $10 for this one. So that puts it at 110. So entertainment's got 50. So the kids has got 200 in their envelope, their binders, and $50 in their envelope. Pets, I'm gonna do 20. So they've now got 20 in theirs. Christmas, 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I might do, how much is left? 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Alright, so let's do that. So we'll do $10 in vacation. We'll do $10 for parents. We'll do $10 for subscription. We'll do $10 for new car. $10 for a head. And then $5 for renovation. Okay, thank you so much for watching. That is all. I really appreciate for you because being here, because that was a bit of a hot mess, but that's generally how I roll. I look forward to seeing you. Remember to live, laugh, love, and when life gets hard, just roll it in glitter. Bye guys.